prepare, respond, serve. This is 5-Stone. Hey guys, what's going on? This is Eric with 5-Stone. It's so good to be back with you all again. If you're not aware, over the past few months, we've had a lot of transition. We've actually relocated everything just southeast of Louisville. It's been an excellent move, just great for our family, great for 5-Stone, and there's been a lot more opportunities that have been going on the past few months. I know we haven't had a lot of an online presence, and I do want to apologize for that, but you know how it is. Just during all the transition period, I had to kind of get all our ducks in a row and get everything ready to go. So if you're not familiar with 5-Stone, let me share some of that with you. So 5-Stone is a professional training organization who helps you to be prepared to respond and serve in times of need. That's our motto, that's our creed: prepare, respond, serve. That's what it's all about. We are professionals in our respective fields. We have people from medical professionals such as doctors, nurse practitioners, paramedics, nurses, flight medics and nurses. We've got former law enforcement, former military. We all come together to create a really good training environment and a training program to help you all be prepared to respond and serve, because we've lived it, we've done it, and we know what it takes, and we know what it's like to try to function and perform under high stress. And that's really where it's at. We want you all to know that the knowledge and the skills of whether it's protecting yourself or whether it's medically treating yourself or other people, it's not that it's difficult and it's hard. It just needs to be taught in a way to get rid of all the unessentials and teach you what is vitally important, right? And you work on those basics. Like the other day, for example, going on the road, I come up on a wreck. There was a body laying on the interstate. I get out and I grab my 5-Stone med kit, go back there, and I help the person until fire and EMS got there and took the person for further treatment. But nothing I did was complex. Nothing required my medical, license, skills and profession. It was simple, right? It just needed to know what to do and how to do it. And that's the kind of thing that we want to show you all and teach you all. We're an authorized training center with the American Safety and Health Institute. We're authorized to teach Stop the Bleed. Some of our pro staff, it's American Heart Association instructors, a lot of different things. So it's not just, it's not getting training, you're getting certified in what we're going to teach as well. So that's kind of what it is. That's what 5-Stone's all about. So during the past few months, during all this transitionary period, we've still not been stagnant. We've still been doing a lot of different things. So we've got to work with Cabela's. They're as far as I know, they're the world's largest outdoor supplier, right? So we've got to work with Cabela's and teaching some courses, and another Cabela's stores want us to come down and help them as well, Bass Pro Shops. And I actually taught a class in June of last year, and at the class, a person in the course was an actual editor for a large magazine, and it's called Hunting Retailer, right? And if you get a chance, check it out. The magazine is awesome in itself, right? They got major contributors and sponsors and stuff with the magazine. But Hunting Retailer, this is the January-February 2024 edition. And she said, we love what you do, we love what you teach, we love your style, the way you teach, or your experience. Would you be willing to publish an article for us? Absolutely. And it's called A Second Chance at Life. So me and Aaron Stamper, one of the 5-Stone Pro staff, and me and Aaron have a lot of experience together on the front lines working. We got together and wrote this article, and it's a true story about a man who fell from an elevated height while hunting, and actually he was impaled by a limb and almost died several times. And the man was airlifted out, went through so much different treatment and therapy, and the gist of it is, like, you need to be prepared in those instances, right? And I'm just as guilty as anybody. I've been, a bit big into outdoors. There's been many times where I've gone out and have not taken any medical supplies whatsoever. Haven't had a way for communications, haven't had a way for all this kind of stuff set up in case somebody needed to know where I was at or something happened to me. And so that's really what it's about. It kind of opened our eyes to, there's a lot of other people out there that need this training that maybe we're not hitting. So let's start approaching this on that level. And that's kind of what we've done. So we've revamped our med kits. We have made kits not just for tactical purposes, but your individual first aid kit for yourself. Great. You can use it for law enforcement. You can use it for military. You can use it for concerned citizen, have it on your body armor, have your battle belt, whatever. Yeah, that's fine. But then we're also getting them for the hunters, and blaze orange and things like that. We're going to have them for these big ones that are going to be for your everyday carry for your car, your vehicle, your home, your church, we train industries and stuff like the OSHA required training. So you can put this inside of your factory, your plant. You can put it in your business. You can put it in your church bus, your school bus, or, whatever, your side by side, There's a lot of things like overlanding and archery and shooting and hunting and all these things that people just aren't really prepared. So It's not a difficult skill. It's not a hard knowledge to obtain. You just need to be taught by professionals, and we can help you do that. Again, and if you can't get with us and get the training, we understand and it's fine. We just want you to be prepared. So find training from a reputable company that is highly skilled and has experience in what they're training and teaching you, because that's where you get your valuable training at, from experienced people that can relay the stories and say, hey, I did this one time, I tried this and it didn't work, and then I realized, oh, here's what I was doing wrong, or whatever. That's an example, but you want people that have had that real life experience to be like, here's what really works, we've done it multiple times, right? Makes sense. If you're going to get medical supplies and gear, for example, you don't necessarily have to buy it from us, but just make sure it's from a reputable company that has years of experience with that equipment being utilized on the front lines. That's what you want. You make sure that it works. So anyway, some of our associates that we just really promote and we're so grateful for is Tactical Riflemen. If you get a chance, check out Tactical Riflemen. They are so awesome. They have done so much to help us. They gave us training to help us get to Nigeria a couple years ago on a mission trip. And we'll go through that a little bit here in a second. But man, I just can't recommend those guys enough. Former Special Forces guys, and they got top-notch training. They train us, and I cannot recommend them enough. Go check out Tactical Rifleman if you want some more training too. So anyway, let's go through the website and kind of show you something here. So here's 5stoneusa.com. It's the number 5, 5stoneusa.com. Okay? Go there and you'll come down, you'll see kind of who we are and what we do, right? You may hear us talk about our 5 Stone Frontline coffee, and you're like, well, I thought you were our training organization. What's going on here, right? So the coffee, we actually sold the coffee to help us raise money to do our mission trip in Nigeria a couple of years ago. You all are very supportive with that, and you can see here, we took medical kits and took them overseas and trained these people who have volunteered to try to help protect these Christian villages that were getting annihilated by these terrorists over in Nigeria, right? And we went over to the orphanage and spent time with the orphans there who have lost their family to acts of terrorism. And, you know, that's kind of what our whole mission was about. It's what we do. We have trained all the way from, you know, civilians all the way up to federal law enforcement. We have been subcontracted to work for FEMA to audit community response for disasters and how they respond medically and do things. And that's kind of, you know, what we do. So I'm not saying to be boastful, but like, that's the training level that I want you to try to find with other people so you know you're getting quality level training from experienced personnel. If you're interested in some of our training, you can click the tab and drop down. There's medical training you can get. You know, maybe it's OSHA required training for your industry, your factory. Maybe it's stop the bleed training, first aid, CPR, AED, bloodborne pathogens. All that training is there, and we can provide that for you. Protection training, maybe it's protection for yourself. We've trained colleges and universities, law enforcement agencies, EMS agencies. We've done all that. So help yourself be protected. And also team preparedness. Again, maybe it's your EMS. Maybe it's a missionary team that you're getting ready to take overseas and go do some work. But you need to make sure that you know how to protect yourself in a bad situation. Also medically, you know, protect yourself and treat the people next to you. We can help you get ready for that as well. If you want to go to our shop tab, just check on that. Come down, you'll go to our online store. When you get here, you'll see, for example, our coffee. We got medical supplies, kits, gear, shirts, swag, you know, whatever. It's all on there. You can go through it and see what you want. But I'll give you a little secret here for our 5 Stone Frontline coffee. If you click on the bulk 5-pound bag of coffee, that's where you're going to get all your savings. You come here and you select your roast and you drop down and select which one you want. You can get it whole bean, you can get it ground, and you will save a whole lot more money for volume if you do it that way. So anyway, that's kind of who we are. I just want to kind of go through some of that if you're not familiar with what we are and what we do. But anyway, it's 5stoneusa.com, the number 5, 5stoneusa.com. There's a lot more that I could put in this video. We won't cover it all right now. We'll put some more details out about the med kits coming soon. But I want to thank you all for your support, for your continued support, and ask that you would also consider following us, like and subscribe, and all that stuff on our social media channels and YouTube. That really kind of helps us to spread our mission and what we want to do. There's a lot more things coming that we'll get into later. But I want to end with our motto, with our creed, what we always say. I want you to think about it and take it seriously. Prepare, respond, and serve. Because someday you will be somebody's first responder. It's going to happen. The question is, whenever that day comes, are you ready? If not, we can help you get ready. See you guys soon.